This is probably my favorite chapter that we'll cover the entire semester. We're going to talk about geologic time. We think about time, and 100 years is a long period of time. But when it comes to studying the Earth, we're talking about millions and billions of years, way different than just 100. But in this chapter, we're going to talk about time and how we can date rocks, as well as fossils, and probably something we all love, which is dinosaurs. This is another chapter where I think it's kind of important to start off looking at how our thoughts about geological processes changed over time as we gained more knowledge about the science. So way earlier on, starting in the 1600s, we thought that the Earth was only a few thousand years old. We know today that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. It is incredibly old and way, way longer than just a few thousand years old. But back when we thought that the Earth was only about 4,000 years old, we believed in this idea of catastrophism. And this was an idea that catastrophic, really apocalyptic events happened and changed the Earth's surface. So things like the Grand Canyon, instead of taking hundreds of millions of years to form, instead it formed in a matter of 40 days when the Earth flooded over. And this idea of catastrophism was really popular in the 1600s and the 700s. And one of the reasons why it had to be catastrophic events that were happening on the planet is because it was used to make it so that these huge geologic areas like mountains and our oceans were able to develop in a short period of time because they were developing quickly and catastrophically. But what we believe in now today is an idea called uniformitarianism instead of catastrophism. And this idea came about in the late 1700s. And this idea of uniformitarianism believes that all of the scientific laws that make up our planet today have always been in place. So things like gravity and weather, if the way that they're happening today, scientists believe that they've always happened this way, even deep into Earth's past. So in this idea, there's not these huge catastrophic events. Instead, we see that things happen very slowly over really long periods of time on our planet. And with this idea of uniformitarianism, we see that geologic processes occur over extremely long periods of time. Therefore, our Earth has to be a lot longer than just a few thousand years old. But this idea of uniformitarianism still plays today, and it's one of the key features of geology, that the present is the key to the past. Understanding Earth's processes today is going to help us understand how Earth was different in the past.